Assembly, Chapter 45, Alcohol Consumption and Intoxication, Section 45.01, Persons Under Legal Age, to prohibit the consumption of alcohol, liquor, wine, or beer by persons under legal age, and adding language to include a social host prohibition. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Motion Holland.
Second.
Second Dallenbach. Roll call, please.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Linneus.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Dallenbach.
Yes.
Again, this is something to bring our ordinances up to date with legislation, okay?
Yeah, it adds both civil liability and gives our authority for our officers to write citations for people who socially host events where underage people consume alcohol.
Okay. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing. Motion by
Motion.
Dallenbach, seconded.
Second.
Grover, roll call.
And this is for to hold the public hearing? Okay.
Yes.
Dallenbach and Grover.
Yes, yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linneus.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Dallenbach.
Yes.
Grover.
Yes.
Okay. In the hearing, and there's no objections on file, written
No
objections?
written objections on file.
Any verbal comments, objections, concerns?
I have a question, probably for Dustin and Randy. So, this is adding language as far as the social host part of it. You didn't have that authority before this? I mean, it seems like you probably did, but
It essentially prohibits somebody who's in ownership of a residence or property and who's 22 years old and invites 19 to 20-year-olds come on their property and
Yeah.
say, yeah, hey, I've got a party going on, come on in.
right.
Okay? Prohibits that. No, what it limits is, it limits it to parental, not parental knowledge, but parental, parental consent.
So it
Only.
wasn't illegal before?
Oh, parental consent only now.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parental consent's just for your own children. You
That is
can't
correct.
invite all your friends.
That is correct.
Yeah, before the officers could write the underage individuals who are consuming alcohol, but they couldn't write the owner of the
Couldn't write
house.
the owner of the residence.
Right.
They had no further responsibility because they were the legal resident and they were of age.
What if the people don't know about it, Randy?
We don't know about it, then we don't know about it.
No, if the owner of the property
They're
is
still
still
it's
liable.
still illegal.
What if they're down here to some farmhouse that was abandoned, would the owner of that property be liable?
Well, again, it comes to intent. I mean, the legislation is written so that, typically speaking, they have to have knowledge of it. They wouldn't be written for that because what the individuals then are going to be written for, if the owner says, you know what, I had no knowledge of these people here, I didn't give them permission to be here, and if that can be concurred with, the other individuals, I mean, those individuals are not going to be cited for the
Trespass.
alcohol violation, they're going to be cited for trespassing as well,
Right.
because they couldn't be there.
Permission.
They didn't have any authority, nor did they have any permission to be on their private property. So they'd be cited not only for the alcohol violations, they'd be cited for trespass as well. And depending on what they did there, if they caused any damage, it could be criminal trespass or it could be simple trespass, depending upon the situation.
I was just concerned about somebody being charged that really was kind of innocent,
And again, it takes intent. The
Yeah.
individual will have to have knowledge of it. If somebody comes onto their farmstead,
Mhm.
and they live, perhaps they live in Winthrop, but they have property, near Aurora, then the case would be, then that would be a trespass. They'd have to have knowledge of it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if I had a house and I had beer in my fridge, whatever, and I brought people in and I gave it to them, then I can be charged for contributing.
Mhm.
Now, if I had a beer in my fridge and I invite people over and they start drinking without asking me for it, now this gives cause for me to be cited for allowing it to happen. So it just adds more of a.
It's just a little bit more of a punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little
Now,
more
I-
responsibility to that individual who would be hosting it.
Yep.
There's
I'd
more
have to be more
responsibility.
responsible if there's juveniles there.
It kind of puts some pressure on parents. Let the kids come to the house and they've got alcohol and they know they're probably hitting it. And
Yep.
Mhm. be
think
better.
one of our Supreme Court justices had the same problem down by Grimes a year or two ago.
I believe so, that is correct.
She was sleeping while her kids were part
Yeah,
of it.
allegedly.
I said, I
That came
believe
out
so.
plain.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I lost track. Are we in the hearing? We need to get out of it now? Okay. Motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
Motion.
By Austin, seconded by, I saw Dallenbach's hand go up, if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dollenbach,
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, motion to receive, file, consider, and adopt the ordinance for the first time. Motion
So
by
moved.
Holland, second by Hill. Roll call, please.
Linius.
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dollenbach.
Yep.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Resolutions. Motion to adopt a resolution approving the revised rules of procedure for conduct of city business policy by amending language pertaining to the agenda and adding a section pertaining to the personal use of technology.
So moved.
Motion by Hill,
Second.
second by Holland. Any discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dollenbach,
Yes.
Grover.
Yep.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linius.
Yes.
Motion carried. Number 8, motion to adopt a resolution approving a joint right-of-way easement agreement. Motion by,
I've had a chance to review it, and I like the easement agreement with the exception of one term that's not in there. Al and I have been discussing what happens if we have to move some of our utilities on that easement and their utility is in the way. And we don't want to have to pay to move their utility. They should be responsible to move their utility if our utility has to be moved. And so that's the only one term, so I'd like you to amend, if you choose to adopt that resolution, I'd like to have you adopt the resolution approving the joint right-of-way easement with the additional term that that this utility be required to pay for any move of their utilities if that is necessary.
And they concur.
And they do concur, good. I've been playing phone tag with their lawyers, so I was good. So it'll just be a matter of us getting the correct drafted language to recite that.
I'll make a motion to amend the agreement
What they
as
said.
outlined.
motion by
I will
Hill,
second that.
second by Grover.
In our Dropbox, I think it's a mistake on the date here. It says, adopted Monday the 9th. Well, that should be changed to the 8th in the Dropbox.
Yes.
You see that on-
Today is in fact the 8th.
The resolution said